Are live.
Welcome, everybody. We are coming in live from Manresa Castle in Port Townsend, Washington State, near the Pacific Ocean. This is our astral projection experiment. We are conducting an experiment today. We have a research team assembled in the room, and our goal is to try to collect that interact with items on our table, or in fact, engage in some sort of interaction with me directly here. My name is Michael Kundu, and I'm a paranormal researcher. Today, I'm joined in the room with a team of other researchers, and our goal is to try to see whether we can collectively get documentation in some format that people have been able to manifest into this space. We've advertised this experiment right across the world. We have participants that will be coming from the UK, from Germany, from China, from Japan, India, and right across North America as well. So for those of you who are planning to join us, now is the time for you to start collecting yourself, focusing, developing whatever meditation you might need, and try to reach our location. Once again, we are in Port Townsend, Washington State, and we have provided the geographic coordinates as well to our location. We are in a fairly distinct castle, and it should be fairly easy to find for those who are able to project themselves. To our remote viewers, we have a number of items on our table that we are using as control objects. We have a pendulum, we have candles lit, and we also have a specific control item in the center of the table. If you look at the bowl that's lit up, in that bowl there is a small chest. And within that chest, what we have is a single token item that you can try to determine. We also have an alphanumeric code, 8 digits altogether. And again, for those who are able to let us know what those items might be, and we'll give you up to 24 hours in order to let us know, reach out to us either by email or by text message or through this podcast as well, then there will be a reward for anybody who accurately determines what that control object and that alphanumeric code would be. So with that, what we'd like to do is start this experiment exactly at 11:45 p.m. and that's Pacific Standard Time. That'll be a different time right across the country. And some of you know that you've also got to take into account daylight savings time. So one of our team members, can you tell me how close we are to 11:45?
It's 11:42 right now.
So we have 3 minutes left to go. And we'd like to make sure that we stay within the exactly defined half an hour time frame for this experiment because, as I mentioned, we've communicated this experiment's time frame right across the world. But when we start the experiment, we invite everybody who's capable of projecting, remote viewing, psychic reading, to interface with us, interface with the objects on our table, or interface with me. And at that point, we will stop talking unless there's technical information that we need to pass on, but the focus will be on trying to discern anybody at this point reaching out to our experiment site. So with that, I'll invite anyone to reach out, again, interface with the objects, or interface with me directly. Start your meditations. 1 minute left. 2 minutes left. At this point, our control objects, the candles are not flickering. The pendulum is not moving. For those who are capable, we also have a set of chimes over the table. And they can certainly be activated as well if you pass through. We're in a fairly exposed location. The turret has windows on all sides, so we will be watching very closely all the elements. We were taking audio readings, we're taking video recordings, we're using infrared cameras as well. And you'll see some of the researchers move back and forth around checking temperatures, but whatever you can do to reach out and make an indication that you've arrived at the site. That is our goal tonight. Time.
11:44. Down 45.
The experiment has begun. It is March 9th, 11:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and our experiment commences. Take a thermal reading around my neck, please. I feel wind. I feel wind moving across my entire head. Infrared and thermal, please. EMF reading for my head, please. Eleanor, would you take a temperature reading on the gauge that's immediately to my right, please, and see if there's any difference? How does that relate to the one on this side? Same? For those projecting, move something on the table. Move the pendulum. Make the flames flicker. Is anybody here? Take a reading off that candle on the front left side.
I've got a red dot that's sitting on that candle. It won't move.
Record it. Derek, are we close to 11:50?
The time is 11:50.
Let's take random readings. Projectors, viewers, psychics interact with any of our control items or interact with me. Infrared and thermal. Please look at the control object in the center of the bullet. See if there are any readings around it. Any white spots, any anomalies. Projectors, viewers, psychics attempt to interact with the control objects on the table. Nola, do you still have that light on top of the candle on the left side?
Yeah, it's on both of them now. But I think it might be just the thermal.
Feel free to take that from a different angle on this side, perhaps. See if that changes it. Projectors, if you can focus on the pendulum, please try to move the pendulum. Astral travelers, projectors, psychics even. Try to focus on the pendulum. Move the pendulum. Again, any astral projectors, if you are able to generate a wind flow, a sound, any kind of contact at all, please do so. Interact with me directly, interact with the items on the table. We invite you to show us that you are here. Julian, can you take some night vision of the control chest in the middle of the bowl, please?
Mhm.
Thermal and infrared. Could you look behind my neck again? Focus on the back of my head. Record whatever you have. I continue to feel a temperature variation in the back of my neck. It was cold at first, but now it's getting quite warm. Eleanor, if you could check the gauges on either side of me behind me by the windowsill and see if they're any different from the rest of the room, that would be great. Is that any different?
They're the same.
They're the same.
7271.
Is it staying in the green? Okay. Projectors and travelers, focus yourselves on the right candle, the candle on this side. Attempt to make the flame flicker. Make it move. Make it move dramatically.
The left one's flickering.
The opposite one.
The time is midnight.
Please take the readings for midnight. Astral projectors, again, please give us some indication that you are in the room with us. If you can move any of these items, if you can move the candles, if you can move the pendulum, work the chimes, or give us any other indication that you are with us, please do so. Nola, can you do some thermal imaging around my upper torso, please? Jillian, if you could use the IR camera and perhaps take a few snaps. My shoulders as well, please.
There was the teeniest little reading right through here. It is gone now.
By the pendulum?
It was right in this area.
Interesting.
As the wind chimes.
Projectors, if you can move the chimes, if you can move the pendulum, please do so. Projectors, focus, astral travelers, focus on the wind chimes immediately above the table. Remote viewers, focus intently on our control object. The control object in the middle of the table. Peer inside. Try to determine what is in that box. Take readings of the candle on the left, please. Projectors, let's try this again. Focus all your energy on the candle directly in front of me, in the open bowl. Make the candle flicker. Make the candle flare. Try to interact with that candle. Try to make it move in some way. The one directly in front of me. Seems the other two are the ones that are actually moving.
There's a pattern.
There does seem to be. Feta, could you take 2 still shots of either of those candles, please? Okay, let's try to focus this again. Projectors, psychics, all focus your attention on the pendulum. Try to make it sway, try to make it spin, circle, whatever you can do. Focus your attention on the pendulum. Let's try something different. We have a number of microphones around the table. At this point, we will try to go silent for about a minute. Do whatever you can to create or generate a sound. Our recorders will try to capture any sound that you can create. Any visitors, psychics, projectors, travelers, make a sound.
Twelve, 10.
Please take the readings. Okay, we're going to try something a little bit different at this point. If anyone is present in this room, projectors, viewers, psychics, or any other entity, I invite you to contact me, push me, hit me, do whatever you can to let me know that you're here. I invite physical contact. Go ahead and push me, move me around, do whatever you can. You have my permission. Let me know that you're here. Noah, focus thermal on me. Yes.
It looks like there's somebody sitting outside the window. That's why I was looking.
Make contact with me physically. Push me. Hit me. What is our time?
12:13.
We have 2 minutes left in this experiment. Now is the time to make some kind of physical indication that you are here. Please interface with any of our control objects, or again, make contact with me directly. If you are present and capable of doing so, interact with us.
Tiffany, come measure over here.
$12:15.
So at this point, we are going to be ending the experiment. If anyone is present, or if anything is present, at this point, we do ask you to leave and depart and to end your time with us. With that, we'll call an end to the experiment. It is now 12:15, Sunday, March 10th. For the last half hour, we've attempted to show some kind of presence, some kind of capability for astral projectors and astral travelers to reach us at our location. We will go through all the data that we've collected, the audio, the video, some of the temperature readings, some of the infrared footage that we've collected, and we will issue a report. We'll write and try to come up with some kind of a report or a journal of this particular experiment. And we recognize that even though we didn't have anything clear appear or manifest, that does not mean that we've had a failure here. At this point, we're still waiting on folks who may have tried to determine what was in our control box. So they have 24 hours to reach back to us and let us know what they believe was in there. And then, if nothing else, at least we've established a protocol with our experiment. We hope others will attempt to do the same thing, and we wish them luck and hope that they have successes where we apparently did not have anything manifest tonight. This is all part of a continuum of research, and we appreciate your time, but at this point, we are finished for this evening's experiment. Thank you for your attention. We will answer any questions that you might have. And again, the truth is out there, to coin a phrase. The reality is that we need to keep trying these experiments in order to see if we can come up with some quantifiable data to show that astral travel, astral projection, remote viewing does in fact exist. Thank you for watching us. Good evening. Okay, so we'll call it quits. We can turn the lights up. Amina, did we have any